Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks for being here. My name's Bella. I'm a junior doctor, a maker, a reader, and that's it at the moment. And today I want to share something a bit more personal, and that is why I left, what happened to bring me back, and unsurprisingly it has a lot to do with technology. So about a year ago I posted online my experience of using a dumb phone. I absolutely loved the creative process of making that video, of writing the script, of making the A-roll, B-roll, all these new things that I'm learning how to do. I really enjoyed that process. And I was really surprised that one of those videos in particular took off a bit more than I was expecting, but it was really great to see because it made me feel that other people were feeling the same things that I was. However, then unfortunately, I didn't actually look at my YouTube channel for about 16 months. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is something that is dumb, but is a systems thing that I don't know if I can fix immediately, so it's something that I will need to work around, is that when you look at the YouTube studio, if you don't interact with a comment, it's always on your dashboard. And so basically what that means is, of course I was replying to the nice comments, the interesting comments, the comments that were thoughtful, but of course there's going to be comments that I'm not interested in replying to, that I don't think are very thoughtful, just don't interest me in spending my time replying to them. But I also don't feel the need to delete them. I'm happy for them to be there. They don't offend me. It's all just part of everyone having a unique experience that they want to share, a unique viewpoint, that's fine. But what that means is that every time you log on, you see these unpleasant or unthoughtful comments at the top of your feed. And that's something that I hadn't expected. I thought that I would be able to either archive those comments, mark them as read, so that every time I was logging on, I wouldn't need to see them. The only way that it appears that you can not see them is to either heart them, no thank you, or reply to them, which no thank you. So that was kind of disheartening, and it puts you in this strange position that I'd never expected to be in, whereby it's self-created because I've made this video, I've put it online, I've put my face, my voice there, and of course there's going to be negative feedback. That's part of the course, that's fine. But it feels strange because it's unlike an experience I've never ever had before. In that when you're having a normal conversation face to face, human to human, there is no way that you're gonna get this feedback straight to you without other cues, like non-verbal cues, context clues as well. So your brain is shocked every time you read it because it's not prepared. So every time you read it, it sort of shocks you a little bit and it jolts you from happy meandering mind to like, oh, wasn't expecting that, which is a bit more fight or fighty, I suppose, than what it would be in a normal conversation where you can start to pick up on if someone is disagreeing with you. You can see it in their face, their body language, their tone of voice, and that is just completely lost. And then it's hard because I've put myself in that position. I've invited those comments. I've invited a reaction from people, I suppose. So that was something that I hadn't, maybe naively, hadn't fully expected, but I just thought that the system would work in a way so that I didn't need to see those comments every single time I logged on. At YouTube, please explain. And the second thing that happened was life, of course. I sat my last exams of medical school, I got my new work badge, and I started work as a junior doctor, which made me really busy. I was spending my days covered in poo, urine, blood, all the lovely things, and learning a lot along the way, and it is such an honor to be able to see such a wide variety of human stories and human experiences every single day at work. Making videos took a huge backseat during this period, and I actually didn't think about it for quite some time. Occasionally my mind would flicker to, I wonder, if anyone else has seen the video, but I really and truly did think that no one else would have seen that video. I just assumed that about the 5,000 people who had seen it, and then no one else. Now what changed, you ask? Well, a few weeks ago everything changed, and what happened was that I got a break. I had a holiday, and on this holiday I went on a boat, and on that boat my phone broke. My phone broke on about day 2 of the trip, and I was stuck on a boat for about 10 days. No phone, we were out at sea, 300 kilometers off the coast. I had nothing to do. Of course there was the initial boredom, excessive sleeping, finding ways to pass the time. I was knitting, I was reading, I fished, I watched birds, I read books, and then something to me magical happened, is that my just creativity came flooding back. I've always been a creative person and loved making things, but I found that harder to do working a busy job and having that brain space to be able to think creatively rather than just minute to minute at work. And I found myself laying awake at night, literally not being able to sleep, rocking on the ocean in my little bunk because of how excited I was. so many ideas buzzing around my head, jumping, crashing into each other. And that's when I knew it was time to return. As I made my way back across the country without a phone, using payphones, which somehow still exist, I got home and I finally logged back on. And when I logged back on, it had about 90,000 views, which is just absolutely mind-bending. Like, have I even walked past 90,000 people in my life? I don't know, someone like, is that possible? I can't comprehend that number. It's just wild. And I was absolutely blown away. I could not believe how many interesting thoughts and opinions people had shared. I felt so honored. And then I felt so sad that I'd missed out on those conversations when they were happening, because I hadn't had the confidence or the open-mindedness to think that it was important. So I felt really angry at myself and I missed out on a couple of opportunities. The message is twofold. Number one, thank you. Thank you for watching, commenting, engaging. You are smart and thoughtful and interesting, and I've learned so much from the comments, and I just feel privileged that people even watch this. So thank you. I think part of that is so incredibly ironic that having a dumb phone, not being connected, is what made me feel more creative and wanting connection in the first place, and spurred me to make that first video. And then when I didn't have a phone at all, that's when I felt the urge to be more creative and to prioritize that time and connect to people in a creative way as well. So I think that's really interesting, and probably there's a lot more to it than that. And if anyone has thoughts on that, I'd love to hear them about dedicating time to be disconnected, to enable more creativity and connection. I don't know how people find that balance. The solution might be just throw my phone in the ocean, but that's not very realistic. The second part is that I really enjoy this process. I enjoy thinking about what a video would look like and then making it come to life. Even though I don't have the super technical skills currently, I enjoy trying my best and figuring it out. And lucky for me, I was able to realize again, and more fully this time, that disconnecting has enabled me to realize what's really important to me and makes me happy. And that is creativity, making things, being part of the process of envisioning something and bringing it to life, and then connecting with other people around that and seeing if it resonates with people and getting their reactions, opinions, thoughts, building on that initial project. That's something that's so important. I'm really excited to be back. Thank you for being here. And thank you, I have enough views now that I can get a coffee from the ad revenue generators. So thank you so much. Let's go get a coffee.